Okay, so what I'm doing right now is I'm making the slides. So a lot of people use 1-inch thread all for the slides, and personally I don't know, I didn't like that idea. I feel like what I'm doing here is going to be a bit more structural and rigid, but maybe not, whatever. I'm sure it'll work just fine either way. So here's what I'm doing. Here's what I'm doing. If I can show you this one-handed. So I've got this square tubing. It fits pretty loosely over top of this pipe here. I'm going to, on the top, I believe, or on the bottom, on one end, I'm going to weld a nut, and have a bolt going through it. And then for the other end, to make it snug, I was going to do the same thing on the bottom, but I found that this is pretty easy to bang down. So I just... All right, let's take a look at the final product here. And again, this is not part of the bus. These are just going to be the slides for raising it. Well, it didn't get a whole lot better. This one did something weird where it got puffy all inside. Maybe it was galvanized or stainless steel or something, but again, stick welding. Stick welding is a little ugly as is, but I'm getting good penetration. It's a solid weld. It just looks ugly. And, you know, that's a little dime stacking looking. That one's lots of porosity because I didn't clean my welds in between and all that, but that's probably the best one there. We'll see. So this part of it is the guide. That's going to get welded to the hat channel, and then this part of it's going to get welded to the hat channel. So when you push up, and then the hat channel will get cut right there. So when you push up on the bottom, it'll stay all true and tight. And this, you can see I've used persuasion and hammered this in so that it's a nice tight fit in there. And then I have these two bolts on the top to cinch it down and also keep it tight on the top. But that should actually hold it when I get to the height I want. We can crank those down and be good. It has begun. Excuse me. Got the back starting to raise up. And still got a ways to go, but I'm off to a start. Yeah, that's it. That's where I'm at. Hammered on it a bit, and it'll be a snug fit. And when I get it in the bus mounted, which you'll see later, I'll probably have to, do some finessing to stretch it a little bit to fit perfectly on here. But it's pretty tight right now. I do it on two sides. Just bang it down with a hammer. I tried using this to make it look nice, but that didn't work too well, so I just whacked on it. So it's not pretty, but it serves the purpose of making the, oh, can't see inside there, making the inside diameter of, yeah, you can't see that, of the pipe, of this pipe, the same as the outside diameter there, so it'll slide nice and tight on there. And if I have to, maybe I would even add some clamps to that on the bottom, but I don't think that's going to be a problem. And just having these bolts on the top is going to be the most of it. So this part will get welded to the bottom on the frame, on the hat channel of the bus. And then to make up the difference on the top, that's the same, this is the same thickness. This will get welded on the frame, so we'll have 1 inch on. So when it's on the bus, it'll be welded. This will be connected to the hat channel. This whole side will be welded to the hat channel. This will be welded to the hat channel. And then I'll put a jack on the bottom, and I will push, and up the bus will go. And that's it. I'll jack it up until I get to my 16 inches, and then I'll weld on my Skoolie.com hat channel extensions. Let me see, I'm gonna turn the camera around. Alrighty, it's going up. I don't know if I'll switch the two videos together or not, so I'll give you the inside view. Got this maxed out, so I got to put some blocks under there. Or maybe I can use one of the high lift jacks. I planned on doing the high lift jack on the wheel well, but it just sunk in. So I'll need to put the jack underneath and pop that dent out. This area got held up a little bit, but eventually did break free. And I'm doing this solo, one-man job here. Just going, jacking, just going through and jacking each one. Trying to keep it as even as possible. Now we're almost to height here. Well, getting close. I'm gonna have to, this has some steel on the inside, so I'm not sure how that's gonna work. If I can cut that out of the inside there, or if I'll remove this part from there. Actually, I might be putting an 80 or a 60-inch window there, so I might be framing that out anyway. We'll see. But most of them don't.